I'm back with another video, and I appreciate y'all joining me. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about what happened with my business. Those of y'all that have been with me, y'all probably have heard me tell about how my business was started or how I started my business. But I'm going to kind of, talk about it a little bit more because I have been getting a lot of new subscribers, and that way they don't have to go all the way back to try to find that video. But I actually, for my first business that I started was actually video editing. I had filmed a video of my sister trying to teach my son how to swim, and I had later edited that video, and it was on Google Video back in the day, and I was so proud of that video. I just was really into the editing and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to start my own video editing business. So I ended up doing that. I started doing like music videos. I started doing like filming weddings, and I ended up doing it's a event that we have here every year. It's called Alumni or Lumini, because we country, so we call it Lumini around here. So I ended up filming that, and for some reason everybody liked it, and I used to make a lot of money filming that. So then when I decided to, I decided to end it because I was getting a relationship with God, and I didn't want to, I felt like the music and stuff, it was really like a big block party. That's basically what it was. And I didn't need to be in that atmosphere anymore. So I decided I was going to end that. And at that same time that I was doing that, I was the apartment manager. I had a job as an apartment manager, and I also was doing t-shirts too, or trying to get into doing t-shirts. I was doing t-shirts for people that I knew, but I was trying to really push that as a business along with the video editing, because when I started the video editing business, I wasn't making enough. I wasn't making enough money to just work for myself, because it's like I only made it when people would hire me or when it was events that would come up. So, when I added t-shirts to the business, and I had found that the shop, that my old shop that y'all probably see in some of my videos, the nail shop that's next door to that old shop, they used to be in my shop. So when they was moving out, they had a sign up, or for rent sign. So I called the number, and I, paid my deposit and everything. And I was paying the rent there every month, but I never had time to be there because of the apartment manager job is a demanding job, and I just, when I would get off of that job, because of dealing with everything I was dealing with, not with the people, but with the people not with the tenants, but with the people at the main office, it was just very stressful. So the day that I got fired, it was like a weight lifted off of me. Since I no longer had a job, I had time to be at my shop, and God worked it out for me at my shop. I was making more than I was making as an apartment manager. Right off the bat, I started making money doing t-shirts. And all I had at that time was a little rolling cutter. And I also had a 15 by 15 heat press that y'all probably see in some of my videos. And this video probably would be a lot better if I go back and find those things and place them in here. But because I'm trying to get this up tomorrow for y'all, because I'm trying to do a special video day where y'all have 3 videos, it's not going to happen today. So I may go back and re-edit it and add those things in, just so the video will be better, and re-release it. I might do that. The way that my business was going in the beginning was, okay, I will be doing good. And then it would come the down season, which at the time I did not know that there was a down season with t-shirts. So in December, after Christmas, and then January and February, and then when people start getting their income tax checks, that's when business will pick back up again. So because I didn't know that, I would get a job. I would go and get a little part-time job. And then when things would pick back up, I no longer would need that job. So, I would just work, and I would just pretty much get a seasonal job, and then things would pick back up. So I ended up getting a job working at the school cafeteria, at the elementary school cafeteria, which is where my youngest son was going. And at this time, this was the same time I was going through a divorce. It was a lady over there that worked at the school. She had 2 grandsons that was really good. One of them was a quarterback, really good in football. So she would be asking me if I have shirts. Like, they do different themes sometimes. Like, they might do a black out or a red out or whatever. And she was like, hey, you got any red shirts? Hey, you got this, or hey, you got that. And she would always ask me ahead of time. So what I started doing was basically doing shirts for this one woman, but I was making them for everybody. So it's like you could come in and get this shirt. And then on the weeks that they were not having like a themed anything, I would have any color shirt. You could get any color shirt. So that was how my business blew up. And like I ended up, I didn't want to quit that job, because I was like, I always quit the jobs when the business started doing good, and then it'll start back going down. So I didn't want to quit the job this time. I was just going to keep doing what I was doing. I was having to get up early to go to work for my job. And then I was having to stay late and work in my t-shirt shop in order to get stuff done. And at this time, my mom was sitting at the shop for me in the daytime. She was sitting there at the shop for me in the daytime. So all I had to do was come in and do the order. When I got off work at like 2 o'clock, I would go there, and I would stay there until I finished whatever orders or did whatever I had to do. And I had so many people calling me. I had so many orders. It was just getting kind of hectic, but I didn't want to quit. So then it was an issue that came up with my boss, where she, for whatever reason, and I feel like it was God. Y'all know sometimes when we feel like people are treating us bad and things are going bad for us, sometimes God is allowing those things to happen, or sometimes God is using those people. Like when God had Pharaoh to free the Israelites, but then his heart hardened. God hardened his heart and he chased after them. So sometimes, because that was kind of, well, it wasn't the exact situation, but that was kind of something that I thought of just now when I was telling y'all about it. Because it's like me and my boss, we were friends, but then something kind of happened, and she wanted to get rid of me from the school that she was working at. So I didn't want to move to a different school. I didn't want to have to go out of town at that time. So I ended up quitting that job, and I never looked back after that. I never looked back. My business had blew up. I was doing well. I was able to do whatever I needed. I was able to do whatever I wanted to do at that time, because my business was, it was a successful business. I was making good money. And then here comes 2022. Okay, when 2022 came, I had money saved up. I had money in my account. I was able to have money just kind of sitting there. And when 2022 came, it was slow. And then sometimes it would seem like it pick up a little bit, but then it would get back real slow. And at this time, I'm like, I guess I had got too comfortable in my business as far as it taking care of doing everything I needed. I didn't need no other job for all those years. Now this is 2009 when I first had my business. And it's now 2022. So, I'm confident in my business. I'm thinking, it might be slow for a minute, but it's going to come back. So I never did get a little side job the whole 2022. Then in 2023, things started to get bad. I was down to my last money. I was down to my last money, and, I was not able to pay bills at 2 places. When you got a house and you got a shop, you having to pay double bills. So at this time, I wasn't able to do both. So I had to make a decision. Before I even made that decision, I did start driving for Walmart Spark. I used to go to Shreveport on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I would drive for Walmart Spark. I could make $300 in one day, because I would go there and I would work 12 hours. So I'm working all these hours only for the weekends. And, but then that still wasn't doing what I needed it to do. It still wasn't doing what I needed to do. I'm using up all my savings just to pay my bills, and, trying to do everything I could just to pay my bills so that I wouldn't have to, I don't know what I didn't want to have to do, but things were just getting hard. So what I ended up doing, I ended up talking to my mom. I ended up moving back in with my mom, which was something that was very hard for me to do because I have never been a person that liked to ask people for stuff. I've always been a person that do a lot for other people. And the people who know me, they know that I'm a giving person. They know, people who, like if I got it, they can get it. I don't care about stuff like money and stuff like that. I mean, I know you need money for, basically to be able to survive in this world, but I'm not a person that care about money. So that has never been a problem. Back in the day, I used to pay for everybody's food. We would go eat somewhere because I've always, since I've been back to Louisiana, I've always done multiple things and had multiple sources of income. And that's been like the one time that I was like, I ended up having to move back in with my mom, which was a very tough decision and a very hard thing for me to do. But I didn't want to let my shop go at the time. And if I would have let the shop go, all this equipment I got in here, I would have had to figure out what I was going to do with it. I would have had to probably sell it for way less than what I paid for. I mean, things just would have been bad. And like with me just coming on here telling y'all, everything that I went through with that, I mean, it's a whole bunch of other things that I went through, dealing with that whole having to move back with my mom too. But I ended up having to move back with my mom. So, and I ended up getting another job. I'm still working that job right now. But as I have been working that job, I've realized that that's not what I want to do. I want to get back to, and it's not a bad job. It's not a hard job. I actually like the job, but it's like, I would like to be working back for myself more. So, that's what my plan is. And I'm giving myself 6 months. So some of the things that I've realized, like back when my business, blew up, when it finally got to where I was making like really good money, it was because I was promoting myself. I was promoting my business. I had what people was looking for. And I feel like, with God allowing me to go through this, and that was something too. It was like a hard thing for me having to need somebody. Basically, that it was a hard thing for me to have to do that. Because I'm not the type of, like, if I need something, I'm not going to ask for it. I can be starving and somebody asks me if I want something to eat and I'll say no. I'm just the type of person that I don't want to ask nobody for nothing. And it's not that I feel like I'm too good or nothing like that, but that's just the way I've always been. I've always been independent and stuff like that. Like, even when I was married, I've always been independent and had everything my own, had my own everything, but when this came about, it was just something different. And I just felt like God allowed this for a reason. And it was really hard for me to deal with at first, just having to move back in with my mom and stuff. But, I got through it, and, I got my own place and stuff now. I'm doing pretty good now. Business has picked back up and stuff, but it's still not where I need it to be because I have a lot of bills. When I was in my old shop, all my equipment was paid for. But when I moved over here, I bought new equipment and stuff like that. I just, I had a lot of bills. And then when hard times came, before when hard times came, I would get a little part-time job just to kind of, make a little extra. But when hard times came this time, I got plenty of bills. So with all those bills and me not getting another job for a while, things just didn't bounce back quickly as I would like for them have to or needed for them to. So now that I'm on this 6-month plan to be independent again and working for myself, and just going through this experience. It's a lot of different things I'm going to do. Like, as far as I have, like, if you go to my YouTube channel right now, I have put all of my YouTube channels on there. I have 6. Well, I have more than that, but I have 6 channels that I'm about to be posting on a regular. One of the things I want to do, I want to boost my YouTube up so that I can be making more income on YouTube, because I had kind of quit YouTube for a minute. You know, I'm trying to get back on it. I really love video editing. I wish that would be my dream job. I mean, I like doing t-shirts, but the video editing will really be my dream job, because I really love video editing. But I don't have enough people wanting to hire me, and I don't even really do video editing. I do like transferring videos to DVD now, but I don't really do the video editing like how I used to. So I'm gonna be doing a different journey on some of these different channels. Like, I got a channel called Watch Me Work. So on that channel, I plan to be doing stuff like, you know, when I go to my jobs. If y'all want to find out where I work at, find out what I'm doing on the days that I'm at work, y'all can tune in to that channel. And all of these channels are going to be on my YouTube page. So if you go to my YouTube page and you click on the home tab at the top, and then you scroll down, it's about the third or fourth section, and you can choose any of my channels that you want to, want to see what I'm doing on. I got the Original Sin channel, which is a channel I had a while back where I do like, you know, stuff with my family, vlogging, you know, just basically my life. If you want to get to know me better, you would go there. And also I have, what other channel I have? I might have to look. I got Crafters Hangout, where I'm going to be doing stuff that's not t-shirt related crafts over there. I have Study the Bible, and I'm going to be doing, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that. I wanted to do like Bible studies, but I had another idea that came to me. So I'm going to start doing that. So in the mornings when I get up, I'm going to do my quiet time, and then I'm going to film for that channel. So if y'all, you know, I'm gonna try to do like daily videos. They're not gonna be like super long, but stuff to get you to thinking like on the spiritual and biblical level, you know, just trying to get y'all minds where it needs to be, you know. So that's one of the channels I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna let the fitness channel go. The Sin Reacts channel, I want to do some stuff with that, but it's going to be a little further down the line with that. The next channel I'll probably be posting on is Crafters Hangout. And I also have Review Chick. I'll probably be posting some reviews and different products that I get. Because a lot of people always ask me, like I had somebody asking me in a video, the last video I posted, that was asking me about what my filming setup is, what my camera setup is. So I'll be posting on there. That way y'all can kind of know stuff like that and get to see like my different setups, and maybe even do like, I may even do some stuff like show y'all how I edit videos and the programs, because it's a free program that I use right now, because my Sony Vegas, which is my program of choice, for whatever reason stopped working on my computer. So that's what I'm using right now. And it took me a minute. Like, when you know how to video edit, it's not hard to learn how to video edit on any program, but it's just different ways that you do the different things. So I'm learning more about this program. I'm getting better at it. So y'all probably see my videos get a little bit better, because they was kind of raw, but because it's just crazy, because Sony Vegas had been working the last time I tried to use it. But then all of a sudden when I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do this. It's like all these things in my life that's been happening, like the thing with my brother, the things with my kids, like the thing with my business, you know, all of this stuff was going on. And then I finally was like, you know what, I'm about to go back to YouTube and try to get my YouTube back up. And then Sony Vegas want to mess up. So then it's like, I got, you know, you can't just stop. Like when life get hard, you can't just stop doing what you know you need to do, or doing what things that could help you get to where you need to be, you know. And then I also thought about like all these things that I had been going through, you know, like in the beginning I was like, you know, God, why is this happening to me? You know, I would be asking God questions like that. And then I never gave up my faith. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what, God, I thank you for allowing me to go through this. I thank you for trusting me to get through this and, you know, and still be faithful to you. Because I feel like, you know, sometimes when stuff like this happen, people just kind of turn away from God. But you know, but I didn't want this video to be too long, but I know, you know, y'all just kind of chilling out since it's Thanksgiving Day. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. But if y'all want to, you know, see more about what I've been dealing with, more about what I'm doing, and y'all want to see how I'm gonna get myself out of this 9 to 5 and get back to working independently, being an entrepreneur, having a successful business, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and follow me on those channels that I have posted on my page. But I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see y'all in another episode. But until then, be blessed.